In this video, we will look at how to set up triggers on the PGY-I3C-EXPD. Trigger is a unique feature of the protocol analyzer that is built in the PGY-I3C-EXPD. On opening the software, under Establish Connection icon, we have a Setup View menu where we have a panel for trigger selection. The PGY-I3C-EXPD supports three types of triggers: auto, message, and advanced trigger conditions. The user can set different trigger conditions to capture the protocol activity at a specific event and decode transmission between the master and slave. The analyzer will get triggered once the trigger condition is met, and this will be indicated by a simple T symbol in the decode result window. By default, the trigger type is auto. In this mode, no trigger condition is set and all the signals that are coming on the bus will be captured and displayed to the user. Next, we have message trigger. In message triggering, the user can trigger on any broadcast, directed, or private messages as specified in the I3C specifications. Lastly, we have advanced trigger conditions. In advance, trigger provides the user the flexibility to monitor multiple trigger conditions and to trigger on different I3C packets. First, coming to the auto trigger. For this, under Trigger menu, select the trigger type as auto. This will trigger the protocol analyzer on any packet that is coming on the bus and no trigger condition is monitored. Taking an example, we will send a broadcast enter DAA command from the master. Here, the command appears almost instantaneously because no trigger condition is monitored. Next, we go to the message-based trigger. Here, the user can trigger on any broadcast, directed, or private messages as specified in the I3C specifications. As an example, we will trigger on a directed get PID command. For this, the user must select the trigger type and the command for which the trigger condition is to be monitored. In this case, we will trigger on a directed get PID command. Starting the capture and sending a bunch of commands along with the directed get PID command, we see the analyzer is triggered on a directed get PID command as shown. A symbol T indicates the trigger. Next, we have the advanced trigger. Advanced trigger provides users the flexibility to monitor multiple trigger conditions and to trigger on different I3C packets. Users can specify up to 6 different levels to monitor multiple scenarios. For example, we take the scenario in which the PID, BCR, and DCR commands occur in sequence and the user is interested to capture the DCR command. For this, first, we configure the level 0 trigger. At level 0, we will select the command type as directed. Since we are sending the get PID command first, we set the get PID command at level 0. The slave address will be the dynamic address of the slave followed by an ACK, and the data can be entered if necessary. This condition will just do nothing and go to the next level if this trigger condition is satisfied. Otherwise, it will check for the else condition. Since we would like to check for 3 commands here, we will just go to level 1. The next command to be checked is a directed get BCR command. For this, select the command type as get BCR and set the slave address to 8 followed by an ACK and set the action to nothing, then it will go to level 2. Since we are setting a 3-level trigger, the software will not check for the else condition in level 1 because we know this condition will be satisfied and we go to the next level. In level 2 we specify the directed get DCR command in which we are interested. Finally, sending a sequence of commands as mentioned earlier, we click on Start Capture. In the script window, we can see that the command sequence we will be sending. First, we have the directed get PID command followed by a get BCR, and finally a get DCR. Clicking on Run, we can see the analyzer is triggered on the get DCR trigger condition as we set it in the advanced trigger condition. Similarly, the user can set different trigger conditions and monitor multiple scenarios according to a particular use case. So, this is all for today's video. Thank you.